guys, it's me, Lady Lee. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking all things breast reduction. I want to let y'all know how I've been. It's about 2 months post-op, and I've also been getting so many questions asking me, do I regret my breast reduction? So let's dig in. So obviously it's 2 months post-op, so I have a lot of information for you guys. So I'm going to go all the way back to December 17th. I have my phone here because I've been keeping notes. I've also been recording footage, so if I have any footage, I'll definitely insert it while I'm talking so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. But on December 17th, I was 9 days post-op. Well, that seems like so long ago, but this was the day that I could finally sleep in my bed, and I was so excited because I'd actually been sleeping in our theater room in a recliner. And I say this in every video, but I'm a tall girl, so my feet were hanging off the recliner. It just wasn't comfortable. I'm also a stomach sleeper, so having to sleep on my back was really hard and uncomfortable, but my parents did a really good job of making sure I felt comfortable. So the first night sleeping in my bed was actually super uncomfortable. I didn't have the proper pillows to prop me up. I couldn't move to the side to grab water and things like that. So it was definitely a major adjustment, but I ended up getting used to it after about 2 weeks. So if you guys watch my breast reduction vlog, the day of my surgery and then post-op, I believe I put in footage of the day that I went and got my drains taken out. This was 1 week post-op, and so after you get your drains taken out, they cover it with gauze and tape, and you have to keep that hole covered, changing the gauze frequently, about every 12 hours or so, until the hole closes. And so you cannot shower until that hole closes, because if you do shower and water gets into that hole, pretty much you'll be filled, the hole will be filled with water. They have to drain you every 2 hours. It's a lot, so definitely make sure that hole closes all the way. For me, it took about a week and a half, and I was getting so anxious because I was just so musty. I wanted to shower so bad, and my cycle actually started as well, so I was just like, yo, I need a shower so bad. So finally, 14 days post-op, I did get to take that shower. I had been awaiting, and it was actually so hard, guys. Like, I still couldn't lift my arms as much as I wanted to grab my shower gel and things like that. So I ended up moving everything to the floor because I could bend over to pick things up, but I couldn't lift my arms to pick things up. So I put everything on the floor, and it was also still very hard to not get my boobs wet because I still had all of the tapes on my boobs as my incisions were still healing. So it wasn't the best experience, but I was very happy to start showering. So on December 30th, I was 22 days post-op, and I went to the store and purchased some rubbing alcohol. This was actually a recommendation by one of the staff members at my surgeon's office. She recommended that I get some rubbing alcohol to really clean my boobs, because when you're in the shower, you can't really let the water get on your boobs for the sake of the tape and your incisions, making sure they heal properly. But I was noticing some discoloration on my boobs, and I couldn't tell if it was dried blood or if it was dirt. And y'all, it was dirt. It was so disgusting. Like, this crevice right here in between both my boobs was so dark, and when I started taking that rubbing alcohol and gently just rubbing on my boobs, the amount of dirt that came off was disgusting. So I definitely recommend that you do that. In the meantime, even if you can't shower and your boobs are no longer sensitive where you can kind of touch them, I would definitely just lightly scrub with some rubbing alcohol. I will say it's very drying, and because you just had surgery and your body is trying to heal, your skin's already so dry. So that's one thing that I would say. Just know that it's going to be very drying, so maybe try to get some rubbing alcohol that has like aloe vera in it or something like that, so it can be a little less drying on your skin. So around January 2nd, I was 25 days post-op, and this is when about 95% of the tape was removed. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say that I just let it fall off like you're supposed to. I was getting really annoyed because you'd be laying in bed and then a piece of tape would fall off over here, or you'd be laying in bed and the tape would be off my boob. Like, how do I explain this? So the tape would be peeled off of my skin, but still very much attached to my incision, and I couldn't tell if it was just because that was dried blood or what the case was. And I know you're just supposed to really let them fall off, but I was getting so anxious. They were so annoying, and I really just wanted to do a deep scrub on my boobs. So I don't recommend this, but I did start to slightly tug on a lot of my pieces of tape, and they did fall off with like the slightest amount of tugging. I will say that the tape from my nipple down to my chest, that tape did not come off as quickly as the rest of the tape. So I let that tape sit there until it was ready to come off because I didn't want anything to happen. And what I will say is pulling off a few pieces of tape, I did pull off some dried blood, and it did kind of open up a wound again, which I was able to cover that with some gauze, some Neosporin, and some tape. So definitely just let it fall off. Don't be like me. I was just so anxious to see what my boobs were looking like. I just had to get it off. On January 12th, I was about 35 days post-op, and my boobs were looking great. I think I uploaded some new photos on Real Self, so definitely go there and check out all the photos. I have pre-surgery photos, I have post-op photos when I have my drains in, and then I also have photos after I got my drains removed, and then I'll upload some new photos to see, what my boobs are looking like right now. But I was super happy about my boobs. They definitely had kind of like the square boxy shape, but I didn't even care about that because y'all, my boobs were so lightweight. I was having no back problems. I was on top of the world, and I still am. Do I regret my breast reduction surgery? Hell no. Like, I am so happy. My confidence is through the roof. I feel so beautiful. Not that I wasn't beautiful before, but I just felt like they were holding me back. I couldn't wear the clothes I wanted to. I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. I couldn't work out the way that I wanted to. And now I just feel like I'm on top of the world. I am trying to be very, very careful monitoring what I eat so that they don't just blow up again. But so far they're looking great, and they've also kind of settled into their natural shape, and they're looking amazing. So now I wanted to talk about a few things that have really been helping me get through this whole process. First, I want to talk about the Seal Sport SPF 15. So this is an outdoor scar cream that was provided to me by my surgeon. The directions are to apply it 15 minutes before skin exposure, and then you clean the scar site before you apply it. It's literally like a lip balm. That's what it looks like, a little chapstick. But it's been so helpful. So this is actually for outdoor sport exposure, but I use this when I'm sleeping because I do sweat when I sleep. My nipples don't even look like I had surgery. Like, I text all my friends like, you want to see a picture of my boobs? And they all said yes, so I sent them pictures, and all of them were so surprised at how good my boobs look post-surgery, and that was only like 3 weeks post-op. So now they look even better, and they've definitely settled in. The next thing I want to talk about are these zip up in the front bras that my mom purchased me from Kohl's. I have mine in a size large, so again, my breasts pre-surgery were about a 38 G or H. And now I'm about a full D, pushing a small double D. So my mom got these from Kohl's, and we were struggling to find sports bras that were going to support me but zipped up in the front. Because as you know, your gravity is real, so your boobs are going to start to sag, and what you want to do is make sure that they stay up and are nice and perky like the doctor made them. I don't know about y'all, but I am not in the business of spending $45+ on a bra, especially not anymore, since I don't need to hold these girls up the same way I used to. So these are super supportive. They have cup inserts. You zip them up in the front, and they also have an extra hook for support. So I really enjoy that. I got them in a few different colors, and they are amazing. I'll link these below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also check out my other breast reduction related videos on my channel. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Got exclusive drip, that just off the whip. Styrofoam cup, come and take a sip.